Welcome back to All Star Sports, folks. This is your host, Gabe Herman, and my co-host, Rob Herman. Rob, how's the new year?
It's good. I'm glad to be back on your show. We got so many hits and so much interest. We're glad to be back.
We have so much topics to discuss. Happy New Year. And first, we want to give some shout-outs to people. Last week's trivia question, Fred Wittenbaum got it right, Andrew Wittenbaum got it right, and Fred Wittenbaum, Andrew Wittenbaum, Jeremy Wittenbaum, and Brad Wittenbaum.
Wow, that's an all Wittenbaum
family there.
Yeah, they know the sports trivia.
We will also have a trivia question today.
It's a tough one. Be ready.
Yep. And I want to give a shout out to my production crew. They do so much to help me. Thank you guys.
Yeah, that's great. Benji Herman, executive producer.
Hi.
Eli Herman, co-executive producer, and Valerie Laser on the camera. Good job, guys.
Thank you. Okay, our first topic is the AFC and NFC championships. Let's start with the NFC championship.
Whoa, that was a tough one to watch towards the end of the game, huh?
Yeah, I feel bad for the Saints. I came in wanting, I cheer for the underdog. I came in Rams wanting to win this game. So, but I feel bad for the Saints because of that blown call on the refs.
Yeah, you're talking about the pass interference call. It was so obvious that was a call that would have ended the game and the Saints would have won. So hard to swallow. It's a no call, so you can't do anything about it. Maybe they'll change the rules in the future, but I feel bad for Saints fans today.
We're so sorry, Saints. But the game did go into overtime, but Greg Zuerlein, the Rams kicker, ended up nailing 2 clutch field goals. One to send a 48-yard field goal to send the game to overtime, and then another a 57-yard field goal to win it for the Rams. And the Rams will be going to the Super Bowl 53.
Wow. And both games went into overtime in the conference championships,
yes,
right?
That's the first time it has happened. So now let's talk about the AFC championship. Rob, what are your thoughts?
Well, I'm a little tired of seeing the Patriots go to the Super Bowl, but I got to say, Tom Brady has nobody even close to him in terms of being clutch. He had a lot of support, but man, he always finds a way to win, doesn't he?
Yeah, I think we're kind of tired of the Patriots, being in the Super Bowl. They're just too clutch for us, I guess. I mean, we don't like them, but I feel like we have to respect them because they have done something that no other team has, and their quarterback is the greatest quarterback ever, probably even the greatest player of all time, and definitely the clutchest player of all time.
Absolutely. And it won't be long, who knows when Tom Brady's going to retire, but it won't be long after he retires until his bust is up in Canton, Ohio as well, right?
Yep, Tom versus time.
Yep.
Okay, our next topic is Kareem Hunt. The Chiefs cut him because he kicked a woman in a hotel. Now Kareem Hunt is getting anger management therapy, and several teams expressed their interest in him. What do you think of this?
It's a tricky one, I think, at least from what I've read, he shows remorse. He's really trying hard to correct himself. Should he have another chance in the NFL? That's up for the teams to decide, but it seems like he's making the right steps. It doesn't forgive his behavior, but it seems like he's doing the right things to try to correct himself in the future.
Yeah, everybody can make a mistake, but once you make a mistake in the NFL, sometimes it's all over for you. But Kareem Hunt is trying to get back in the NFL. He obviously loves playing with the Chiefs. And if the Chiefs did have Kareem Hunt, they could have won versus the Patriots.
That's true. I say whatever happens to Kareem Hunt, hopefully this will make him a better person. He'll have learned from his behaviors, and maybe it'll be a lesson, not just in the NFL, but more broadly.
Yeah, we wish Kareem Hunt the best of luck. Good luck finding a job in the NFL. And our next topic is the NBA All-Star voting. Giannis and LeBron lead the voting. What do you think of this?
Well, Giannis is having a monster year. LeBron's been a little banged up as of late. Hard to believe the Lakers are out of a playoff spot right now. But look, LeBron is still the greatest player of his generation, perhaps of all time. That's for other people to decide and debate. I don't know there's a clear answer, but it makes sense to me that Giannis and LeBron are the top vote getters. As far as I know, though, Russell Westbrook is not getting as many votes as people expected this year.
Yeah, I feel like Russell Westbrook, he's just been kind of out of whack this year. You know, Carmelo left. The Thunder have been a little bit out of whack. But Paul George was clutch in the other game for the 4-point play to beat the Sixers. And they're still a good team. They're just not great anymore. So I think that I understand Giannis. Giannis is a freakish athlete. He is just so good. And LeBron, I do understand, but I think this groin injury is more major than people thought. People said this would be a minor groin injury, but it turns out he's missing a lot of games. And yeah, it's just I think it's more major than people thought.
Yeah, absolutely. And I can't wait for the All-Star game. Always a fun weekend in the NBA.
Always a fun weekend. Next, we have Derrick Rose's remarkable season, his comeback season.
It's great to see him come back. He's showing some flashes of his old Chicago Bulls form. Unfortunately, didn't show that for the Cleveland Cavaliers last year, although he had his moments. But it's great to see him healthy and having fun on the court again.
Yeah, it's great, even though the Minnesota Timberwolves are not a good team anymore, and because they don't have Jimmy Butler and Andrew Wiggins, he's not really in the headlines. And Karl Anthony Towns has not been playing that well, don't you think?
Yeah, look, at the Timberwolves, they fired their coach. Obviously, they're in some turmoil. They've got some talent, right? But not quite that top-tier team that people had hoped they would be. And we'll see what happens, but they may shake it up a little bit. But still, Derrick Rose is a pleasant surprise for that team.
Yeah, let's think what could have happened if he did not tear his ACL.
Whoa, that's an interesting thought. If he had been healthy all this time, he would certainly be one of the top players in the NBA.
Could have been a great player, maybe even a Hall of Famer.
Mm-hmm. Still
Nobody
could be,
knows.
but yeah, it's not quite the same. You're right.
Yes. Okay. Now we have James Harden's remarkable season.
Mm-hmm.
The Rockets have been playing a little out of whack. Chris Paul has a hamstring injury, but James Harden has been just playing remarkable.
He puts the team on his back. I guess that beard gives him strength. But he is certainly one of the top 3 or 4 players in the NBA. They find a way to win. The Rockets will be in the mix in the Western Conference playoffs for sure.
163 points in the last 3 games. He has 40-point triple-doubles, 48 points versus the Lakers. He's just so clutch. I mean, I would give him the MVP this year. Every fan knows it, and I feel like he deserves the MVP.
It's the beard. I think it's the beard. If he shaves off the beard, he loses his magic powers.
Okay, next we have some MLB action.
Yes,
Saturday. We have Machado and Harper. Manny Machado and Bryce Harper are still looking for contracts.
It's a surprise. 2 top players. It seems like the free agency process has really slowed down. Teams are afraid to make a long-term commitment to players like that, and I'm surprised. They'll end up somewhere, obviously, but it's spring training is right around the corner, and still no jobs for those 2 guys.
Yeah, Manny Machado's $300 million contract, and I feel like last season for Bryce Harper wasn't his best season, maybe a little of a slump season, but his Nationals were not that good. They were okay, but he did not expect the Nationals to be better. Like, we expected them to be better. They had Juan Soto, the great rookie. If Bryce Harper signs with the Nationals, which is very unlikely, they have to play up, and Bryce Harper has to be deserving of this contract. And Manny Machado, $300 million man, I like to call him that, looking for a $300 million contract. I don't know if he's going to get it, but I do not think he deserves a $300 million contract. I think he only deserves about $125 million. You know, I don't like the way he treats the players on the field. He's obviously doesn't treat them well, and his playing for the LA has helped them get to the World Series, but he's only been okay, and I feel like he could do much better.
Yeah, good thoughts. Good thoughts. I like the way you think.
Okay, let's talk about the Reds free agency a little bit. They traded for Puig. Who else did they trade for? Tell him, Rob.
Matt Kemp. Is it Tanner Rourke?
No, Alex Wood, I think.
Yep.
Alex Wood, and they traded their pitcher, Homer Bailey. Do you think this was a good move for the Reds? Bad move for the Dodgers? What do you think?
Yeah, the Dodgers were trying to free up some money to sign some big contracts, which they still may do.
Machado or Harper?
Yeah, and the Reds didn't need Homer Bailey. He was subsequently cut by the Dodgers, so I think it's good. I think the Reds want to be competitive this year. They've been in the basement of the
MLB.
division, for quite a while. So this is good. We'll see what happens before the season starts. But they've got a couple of good pitchers now, some real players. I'm excited about the future for the Reds, and the general manager wants to do more.
Yeah, they have a lot of young talent on this team, and I feel like they could really be great these next couple of years.
Great.
Okay, we have one more topic before our trivia question. Michigan has suffered its first loss to Wisconsin.
You know I'm a Michigan fan, Gabe, and I know you are too. It's tough to see them lose to Wisconsin, but they're still 17-1.
Yeah.
So good season. Let's see what happens in March.
They've been great these last 2 years.
Yeah.
I mean, they went to the national championship last year. They're second in the country. I think they were deserving a first, but
Yeah. I'm excited.
Our trivia question.
Yes, sir. I love the trivia questions.
Okay. What was the nickname that Shoeless Joe Jackson gave his famous black bat? A. Black Bart. B. Black Betsy. C. Ebony Stick. C. Dark Magic. Please comment your answer down below and give us some ideas for our topics for the next video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.
Thank you, Gabe.
Go Blue.